The concept behind No.1 Living Kombucha is very much about its founder, Johnny Wilkinson, who's better known as the rugby player, the man who kicked the drop goal in 2003 to win England its World Cup. He's very much all around health and fitness, more so after his playing days around health of both body and mind. He is married to a nutritionist, and between them they understood and knew the benefits of a living diet. And kombucha is one of those foods and drinks that is a living product. It has lots of probiotics in, lots of living yeast and bacteria, and he makes it himself and consumes it on a regular basis and puts his general well-being, both body and mind, down to a living diet, of which obviously kombucha is part of that. With Johnny drinking it on a daily basis, he wanted to bring that out for everyone to benefit. And at the time, about a year and a half ago, the kombuchas on the market were sort of slightly more niche than they are now. So the absolute number one reason we were trying to launch this was to make it accessible to everyone, both from and primarily a taste perspective, so people enjoyed the drink, but also from a price and a location, etc. So the whole remit for us as a brand is accessibility. We have worked very hard and we think we've succeeded in that. We launched about a year ago, just over 15 months ago, and with 3 flavours of kombucha, a ginger, a raspberry and a passion fruit. And we quite quickly got some quite big distribution around the UK, I think mainly due to its accessibility. And we've been growing ever since. Kombucha has been around for thousands of years. It really has taken off to broad mass market populations in the US, Australia specifically, and some of the mainland European countries. In the UK, I think we're probably just behind that, the leaders of those countries. And when we launched just over a year ago, I'd say 90% of the people didn't know what kombucha was. That's very much changed, but it's still not 100% there. Kombucha is still very unknown to a lot of people. What's lovely about kombucha is all its benefits and the amount of things it ticks off for people in terms of trends. So naturally low in sugar. So with all the sugar tax that came out a year or so ago, kombucha fits naturally under that. The whole people understanding about gut health, again, with all the probiotics in the drink, again, it ticks a big tick for a lot of consumers. Most kombucha is in glass or aluminium, not plastic, another big tick. And also a lot of millennials now are no longer drinking alcohol, and kombucha is a natural alternative for a lot of people to drink if they're not drinking. We set out to get the most accessible kombucha on the market, and we were very quickly picked up by one of the big retailers. So we had very quick distribution across the country, which was superb. We have also managed to get over the last few months, etc., into a number of the very big wholesalers, a lot of the food service companies, and starting to get into gyms, pubs, and many other outlets. So we've seen a huge increase in distribution over the last year. Even as a young kombucha brand, we feel the take-up is fast and rapid, which is fantastic for us. I think kombucha is here to stay. It ticks so many of the trends that concern a lot of the population, whether that is sugar levels in their diet, whether it's to improve their gut health, whether it's just not wanting to drink alcohol as many occasions as possible, or indeed the sustainability of a lot of the kombucha companies are packaging in plastic, not in plastic, in glass or aluminium. So I see it's been around for thousands of years. I don't see there's any change in that. It's going to be around for many, many more years to come. So my advice, if anyone thinks about wanting to create their own kombucha brand, is think really hard about it. Unlike any other soft drink that I know of, kombucha is a living product, and therefore the complexity of what you are dealing with, the amount of testing that you have to undergo to ensure that it remains health and safety the whole way through is phenomenal. When you get it right, which we think we've done and other brands out there have done, then fantastic. But it's been a massive, massive learning curve.